Hi, everybody, and welcome to Ask Me Anything Live with Dragaholic. I'm Tim, and today I've actually got two people joining us. Of course, we have our special guest. We also have today we have Dragaholic Deb, who a lot of you know through Twitter and Instagram, and then we've also got our big special guest with us today, and that's Phi Phi O'Hara, aka Jeremy. So, how are
Hi.
you? Welcome, welcome.
Thank you. Can you hear
All
me?
right. Look.
Are we all good?
All right. So we might be having a little bit of technical difficulties, so please bear with us during the event. Um, so it'll be a lot of fun. We got a lot of fan questions that were sent in. If you have any, we will be doing a fan submitted Q&A towards the end, and that's about a 20 minute. So we'll try and get to as many as we can. But we're going to start off with a quick little Q&A with Phi Phi. And before we do, Phi Phi, where can everyone find you online if they want to connect with you more?
All of my social medias it's simple. It's at Phi Phi O'Hara, so you guys can find me really easily. But I'm really on my Instagram more than anything, and I reply back to everybody. I try to, at least. So at Phi Phi. I think it's on my little handle down there. Am I pointing to it?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Follow me right there. Okay, good.
All right. Yeah. So you're on everything. I mean, and if people want to book you, where can they go through?
Um, did I misspell my handle? No, I didn't. Okay, just kidding. My manager is David at producerentertainment.com, and you can find his email on all of my websites and everything, my social medias, so it's easier to find.
Okay, great. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and jump right into it.
Okay.
And we have a lot of questions from RuPaul's Drag Race from before and after. So I want to know, what have you been up to since you were on RuPaul's Drag Race?
Well, I've been lucky. It's been almost 3 years, and I'm still touring and doing things, and which is great because I'd rather be out working and meeting people. But I've also um, been working on music. I didn't want to do music as in drag anymore, so I have one single that I did as Phi Phi, but it's not like singing and drag wasn't my passion. So I'm like wondering if I should just release it and just put it out there, or if I should just keep. I don't know. I want to give it to everybody, but I just don't want. I want people to take my music seriously as Jeremy and not Phi Phi, if that makes sense. So, but
Okay, so you're
that's
kind
it
of
for now.
double branding. You've got both Jeremy and Fifi.
Well, I'll be honest, and I don't care if people get upset. When Magnolia was like, I did it for all the exposure. Yeah, we all did it. So I don't know why she got so much backlash for it. But I did it because I really did want that exposure, and I wanted to get Jeremy out there myself, for music, and I felt like I needed to do the dress because bitchy I felt was kind of a big old f you to everybody that talked crap about me, but I wanted an anthem for everybody to relate to, so I figured it would be Phi Phi's character persona was perfect for that song. But from this point on, I think I'm just gonna
Yeah.
do stuff as Jeremy.
Well, even prior to RuPaul's Drag Race, you were releasing music, correct?
I was doing like covers and stuff, but again, it was all as Jeremy. It was never as Phi Phi.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
actually, also prior to RuPaul's Drag Race, you were known by another drag name.
I was known as Phoenix O'Hara, but I changed it. Sorry, I'm getting comfortable. I changed it for the show because there was already a Phoenix on season 3. So, but I like Phi Phi. I think it's
Yes.
cute.
Yeah. How did you come up with Fifi?
Actually, Dita came up with Phi Phi. She used to call me Phonics, and I said no, I don't like that name, so I'm not going to use that on TV. But she used to call me Phi Phi for short when I would like go backstage and whatnot. So it just stuck.
Okay. So is Dito one of the queens that you are closest to from your season on RuPaul's Drag Race?
That sounds sad. Jiggly's actually the one I'm closest to. I be honest with you, I don't really talk to Dita, and it's not like I don't like her or anything, it's just I never get to see her or anything like that. So, and Jiggly literally lives down the street from me, so we're always together.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you're originally from, or your hometown for the show was Chicago, correct?
Yeah, I'm originally from Texas, though.
Okay. And so are you still in Chicago?
No, I live in New York City.
Are you happy with that move?
I love New York. I absolutely, absolutely love it. There's so many different types of drag here. Actually, I think New York has changed my drag, and I think it's changed it probably for the best because um, before the show, when I was living in Texas, it was all about how many crowns and titles you have. And I still like watching pageants, but I find that that really wasn't who I was. I think I was just doing that because that's what everybody else is doing, and that was like the way to fit in and get your spot to get a show. And I'm lucky that for Drag Race, I'm able to like dabble in all sorts of the art. And New York is really like a great place for that because there's so many different types of drag here. That's amazing.
Yeah. Well, before we really get into depth with RuPaul's Drag Race and everything that happened on the show and after, I want to
Mhm.
know a little bit more about you as Jeremy, you know, the person outside of the character that we
Okay.
didn't get to learn as much about. So tell me a little bit about your coming out experience and how that was for you and finding out you were gay and what that was like.
Um, Oh, good, because I haven't been asked this question yet. So I thought they're going to be
Good.
like questions like, "Are you and Sharon friends?" Or I'm like, okay. Um, my coming out story. When did I come out? I mean, I had a girlfriend from in high school for 4 years, and I mean, halfway like we were together for 4 years, and then like maybe our second year is when I was like, I kind of like guys. I'm attracted to guys. And so we took a break, and then I started dating one of the cheerleaders there, one of the male cheerleaders, and that obviously didn't work. So then I got back with my girlfriend, and it wasn't until like I was 18, almost 19, that I started dating guys. And but when I came out, it was, I guess people kind of already knew. I guess it wasn't a shock to people. Maybe I'm gay acting. I don't know, but it wasn't a shock. I didn't tell my dad. He found out because my dad went through. I had a journal that I kept, and my dad went through my journal, so he found out that way.
I'm sorry, you cut out a little bit. What was that about? Who found out?
My dad went through my room one day and found my journal, and,
Ah,
and
oh.
found out that way. And yeah, so but I remember, and I told my mom. It was on the way to school, and I was crying in the car, and she was like, "What's wrong with you?" And I was like, I was really scared because it was during when my parents were getting a divorce, and I felt like if it was something that she didn't like, she was going to disown me. And my mom's like my best friend. So when I told her in the car, she was like, I don't care. She was like, as long as you're happy and you find someone that loves you. And I was like, oh man, like why am I crying then? But hers is great. My mom was the first person to actually take me to a gay club, introduce me to drag queens. So yeah,
Really? Really?
yeah.
Did you? What gay club was that?
Oh man, it was in San Antonio. It's a really, I don't even know if it's open anymore, but it was pretty ghetto. It was called the Electric Company, and it's where my mom was like, the very first time I went to the club, I saw all these drag queens, and to be honest with you, drag queens scared me. I didn't understand why these men would want to men, and and I was like, why do you know these people, mom? Like, how do you know these people? And but they ended up being really really cool, and then I started doing drag there. So
Okay.
yeah,
So drag then for you was something you were afraid of at first, because I know for me that's how it was.
yeah,
Um, and then kind of with the exposure that you get from RuPaul's Drag Race,
yeah.
it's opened a lot of people's eyes. So how has it changed your being a drag queen? How has that changed your
Changed.
perception?
What's changed a lot? Like my perception on drag, you mean?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
It changed a lot. Well, like I said, it first started out with me being scared of it because I didn't understand it. Um, and then it turned into, I started drag because someone said I couldn't do drag and that I would never be pretty and I'd never win anything and I never this, that, and the other. And so I hate when people say you can't do something, so I want to prove them wrong. And when I started doing it, I'll be honest, it first started out for doing the money and stuff like that. And now after Drag Race, you don't really realize it, but there's so many people that look up to you and are inspired by you. And I think that's probably the best rewarding part of it. And that's what I like about it because people are thoroughly like happy when they see us.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of the gay community and even the straight, like girls for the majority, look up to drag queens, and there's a lot of super fans out there. So
I
I
think
know you
girls look
inspire a
up
lot of
to.
people.
I think girls look up to drag queens, especially because I feel like girls is they have low self-esteem, and so when they see these, especially even in women, when they see these drag queens on stage embody this confidence and everything, I think that's something that they want to embody themselves, and or even like the little things like how to do makeup and all that stuff. I think that's what they find and like, which is great. I think that's super cool to inspire people like that.
Yeah, well, actually, while we're on that topic, one of the questions that we always get for these AMAs is if you have any makeup tips for other, young drag queens and or real women.
Um, well, I'm trying to think. For drag queens, I mean, I think my makeup has gotten way better than it was on the show, but it took a lot of practice, and I think a lot of people get upset when frustrated when it doesn't come out perfect the first time. So you really just have to keep on practicing. The great thing about now is there's so many YouTube tutorials where you can actually watch and learn. I didn't have that when I started drag. Like I had to watch and learn from there. And so I think they can find a lot of answers on YouTube, which and I eventually want to do my own makeup tutorial for people since I get so many requests for it. I just I haven't had the time yet, which is I mean that's a good thing I haven't had time, but it's
Well,
coming.
you're traveling all over
I'm sorry, what?
you're traveling all over the country, right? With the tour.
Luckily, yeah, I'm still on tour. Yay! Got bills to pay. And then
How often are you on
sorry, what was it? How often? Like, am I going?
Like during the week? How many days?
I'm usually here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday in New York, and then the rest of the weekend I'm gone. Which sucks because my boyfriend is only off on the weekends, so and I don't like to FaceTime or stuff like that, so
Yeah.
I'll see him when I get back.
Has Drag Race affected your relationship or?
No, I'm lucky. When I was on Drag Race, I was dating a guy that didn't want he didn't like the attention I was getting from Drag Race, or like he didn't like if people were emailing me or stuff. And that's just like that's part of it. It's gonna happen, and I needed someone that was secure and what we have. And Michael's been super, super supportive, and he'd rather me go out there and get the money now than miss out on an opportunity, which is great. So.
Yeah, definitely. Well, how did you said his name Michael? How did you meet
Yeah.
Michael?
He's right next to me actually. He we met in California. It was the day before the premiere for my season, and Morgan and Jiggly. Okay, I'll say it. They wanted me to. They just wanted it to be like a one night stand, but that's not me. So that did not happen, and we went on a few dates during that entire week. And then we just stayed in touch. But like so many people didn't want me talking to him because it was like season 4 is coming out. You need to focus on this and not a boyfriend. And I was like, I got this. Like I know I could like separate the two. And 3 years later, we're still together.
That's good. Well, are there one of the fan questions we had, and I can't think of who it was off the top right now, but they wanted to know for you, are there any wedding bells?
For Michael and I think I always joke with Michael and I say that if we get married, that it better be on TV so we make some money so I don't have to pay anything for the wedding. But I'm kidding. Well, I mean, kind of. Maybe we'll have a fake one for TV. But I think eventually, yeah. I said I would be married by the time I'm 30, so I mean, I'm almost there. Oh God.
You said you were 21 on RuPaul's Drag Race, right?
Oh, am I?
Yes. No, it was not. I was 25
No?
on Drag Race.
You were 25. Oh, okay, I thought you were really.
We can stay with 21 on Drag Race. That works for me.
Didn't Pandora say after 21 you start counting in letters, right? So 21.
Well, she's like an artifact, so she's been around for a long time. No, I love Pandora.
So that question, by the way, about marriage came from Nicole Boykin. So thank you, Nicole.
I
All right,
know.
so moving on, a little bit about your drag career. So you've been doing drag since you were just 21, I'm assuming.
No, I did drag when I was 18.
Eight-
So yeah, so it's been almost 10 years now. I stopped for a little bit because one of the guys I was talking to, that sounded bad. One of the guys, I'm not a whore. This guy that I happened to talk to way back in the day, he was actually my first boyfriend. Didn't want me doing drag, and so I stopped him for like 2 years, and then it turned out at the time that he was just like he was a woman and he wanted to do drag, and I was like, well, you could have did it. Like I wasn't gonna stop you, but then it became like almost like a competition, and he would get upset when he wouldn't get bookings or stuff like that, and I was like, what? Like, and then I don't like, nothing against it, more power to you. I personally don't like dating another drag queen, just because I don't want another like competition or anything like that. And then oftentimes it becomes like they want help with everything, and it's not like I don't want to help, but it's more like they turn into a drag daughter, and I want a boyfriend, not a drag daughter, and luckily my boyfriend does not want to do anything like that, thank God. So there's no competition.
Well, speaking of, drag daughters and drag mothers, Asia O'Hara is your drag mother, and we haven't heard too much about her from Drag Race, so
Hmm.
I want to know a little bit more. Tell me about Asia and the story of how you met her.
I've never met Asia. I don't know her actually. I'm totally kidding. I'm totally kidding.
You threw me for a minute. I was like,
I know, I saw your face on the thing. No, the first Asia's the first queen that I ever saw perform that literally stopped, and because in Texas, it was at the time it was the same drag, same costumes, same just different colors, like it was all the same, and so when I saw her, it was refreshing because it was something completely different. The way she danced, her costumes, everything, the way she carried herself was just like a diva, and I was just like, like I want to be her. And but at the time, she lived in Dallas, I lived in San Antonio, and I remember I did a pageant, and I did pretty well in the pageant. It was my first pageant ever, and she wrote me this message on MySpace. That's how long ago it was, and it was like contestant number 7, Phoenix O'Hara. And I was like, well, what's that supposed to mean? And then she was like, I want you a part of the family. And I was like, oh. So I got super excited, and she's super talented. She's great with makeup. She's really creative. I would love to see her on Drag Race eventually, maybe, if the show doesn't get canceled. Just kidding. We'll see. I want the show actually canceled, so that way there's no more Drag Race girls to choose from when clubs want to book us, so that way they're gone. But that's just my opinion.
Well, speaking of Drag Race and more girls, Drag Race season 7 is coming up around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Are you excited for that? And who do you want to see in the cast?
Well, I can't answer that question because I know who's in the cast, so it's hard to like. I can't lie about that one, but I am excited to see it. This is the first year though that I don't know what's happened already, and so I just know who's in the cast. But so I want to watch it as a fan because I never get to watch it as a fan because everybody tells me what happens, and so I'm excited to see it. I know December 7th, but I'll be on the cruise, the Drag Race cruise. So as soon as we get back, I'm excited to see who their pictures and everything like that, and their promo.
Well, do you know how well Miss Fame does?
I don't know if Miss Fame is on there. I've never heard of Miss Fame. I've never worked with her, did a tutorial, or...
Who's Miss Fame, right?
Never.
All right. Well, I want to kind of move on to, of course, I'm sure you get these a million times, and you're probably sick of answering these questions, but people want to know what's going on with you and Sharon.
That was the one question that I said, be creative, don't ask that question.
I know, I did it on purpose because that was the first question that someone sent to us.
Of course. No, it's fine. Sharon and I are actually really good friends, and it's funny because, like, when we see people like talk crap about, like on her page she'll talk crap about me, or vice versa, and I'm like, what's wrong with you people? Like, we're friends, and we've been friends even since we were recording the show, and people just take that show so freaking seriously. I'm like, let it go. Like, actually just the other day she text message. Well, I was sleeping because she's a creature of the night, so she texted me like in the middle of the night and was telling me to, like, these new cosplay characters I should do. So, like, people don't understand how much we talk and like how much we give each other ideas and stuff like that. And I love Sharon.
Well, that's a good question to bring up right there, is how your drag has changed, because the most famous scene from your season of RuPaul's Drag Race was "Go back to Party City where you belong."
Yeah.
So now there's a lot
See,
of
and
this
then,
costume, the
well, this is the
evolution of
thing.
drag.
I think people get confused. People made their own assumption of what that meant on the show. And when I said go back to Party City, it had nothing to do with the type of drag she had. It was, if you guys were on set, she literally had bags of costumes from Party City. So that's where that came from. And it was a joke that was on set. Like, we all thought that. I was just the only one to say it, and it got caught on camera. But everybody sees, like, all these costumes and stuff. They're like, oh, that's a Party City costume. Actually, I've never, anything that you've ever seen me in, anything, literally, I've made myself. And it had nothing to do, like, nothing I do has anything to do with Party City. I do think my drag has evolved, and I think, again, it has to go back to New York, to where I get to do these fun characters, and people really enjoy them, and it's refreshing now. I've been reading, like, and I try not to, but I end up going to do it anyways, but I read the comments, and everything's been really nice and positive, which is great, because I get to do what I like to do, and people, I guess, seem to really enjoy it, so I'm going to keep doing it.
Yeah, well, speaking of negative comments,
Yay.
I mean, whenever you came off of RuPaul's Drag Race, the show depicted you in, kind of a way. Well, I mean, I guess you can't say.
I was a bitch on the show.
You were a bitch on the show.
Yeah.
So how did you handle the hate that you got, and how has it changed since then?
Well, I mean, I still get hate. I still get trolls and stuff like that. But you know what? I'm not bothered. Like, how pathetic of someone to go and troll someone's stuff. Like, what's wrong with you that you feel that you need to come to somebody else's page and talk crap about somebody? Like, I mean, that just speaks in volume what type of person that, they are. So it doesn't bother me. And to be honest with you, it doesn't bother me it didn't bother me on the show, because I don't mean to want to sound rude or anything, but I have enough common sense to know how a TV show works. Yeah. And I did all that. If they asked me to shit on the stage, I would have shat on the stage to stay longer. It didn't matter, because I was making a TV show. And I think people they take it so seriously. I remember when I was, you have to do so much before you get on the show. And so many interviews and questions and stuff. And I remember they called me, and one of the questions they asked is, how would I feel if I was portrayed as a villain? And I didn't freaking care. I was like, I'll be whatever you want me to be. Just put me on TV. And so I would have done it again. I think it's fun. You always remember the villain. It's not like, I just think people need to relax. It's a TV show. Calm it down. And then when they meet me, they're always pleasantly surprised, because they're like, oh, you're nothing like you were on TV. And I was like, well, yeah, I was getting a paycheck to be that way. And so why would I be mean to somebody?
Speaking of being on TV again, everyone keeps talking about it, and there's no news about it, but everyone wants to know, All Stars, if you were cast, or I should say when you are cast, who would your partner be, and what would you want your name to be? You did teams, of course.
Well, first off, if they do All Stars, I hope they don't do that team bullshit, because that was stupid. I'll say it. It was stupid, RuPaul. That was stupid. And but I think it was more of a trial run to see how people would like it, which is why I think they were kind of putting it into that pairing up so they get rid of people faster. But I'm going to be completely honest, and this might upset people, but I don't. Maybe because I know it's not in the works right now, I don't have any desire for All Stars. Like, I think I've evolved so much after Drag Race that I don't really. I want to do bigger things. Like, I want to do more with like TV shows and so, like sitcoms and stuff like that. And that's what I've been auditioning and doing stuff for. And then my music, I rather watch it as a fan. And I think being off the show, people get to see who I really am more than seeing what they see on TV, if that makes sense. And so I don't know. I don't know. It's
Disappointing. You wouldn't want the $100,000?
I'll be honest with you. You can make all that money after the show, whether you win or lose. So it's not about it's not about, I don't know. I rather watch it as a fan. I'm so appreciative. And I'll be honest, the only reason I would go back and do it is because I know that there's a bunch of fans that ask me. They want to see what I can bring, and especially new fans have seen like this Phi Phi that they see like on social media and stuff, and they want to see what I can bring now to the tables, which means a lot to me. But that would really be the only reason why, is just to show people like to keep going. But I don't have it here in my heart right now, so I don't know if that's something I want to do. If that makes sense. But
Yeah,
I
well,
mean,
it's interesting because I think you're the first person I've heard who's come from RuPaul's Drag Race to say that.
I'll be honest. When I do interviews.
All right. Well, let's talk about.
What? I'm sorry, you broke out.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go talk about what? I'm sorry.
Go ahead, and you were gonna say something.
Oh, when I've done interviews, they've asked me that question, and they're kind of surprised that as a RuPaul girl, someone would say that. And don't get me wrong, if they asked me to do it, it would be a lot of pressure and time to think about, like if I want to go back and whatnot. But I'm really happy and content where I am right now, so I try not to like focus on that, especially since it's not in the works. So like, let's say I really wanted to do it, and then I get my hopes up and it doesn't happen. I guess you know what I mean. So
yeah, definitely. Well,
we'll see.
Well, so since Drag Race isn't really in your future, I guess you could say, with All Stars, you mentioned a little bit about wanting to do some acting. Have you been going out for auditions in New York, or are you?
Yeah, I've done actually a few things, which I'm excited about, which I'm just waiting to be able to share with everybody. So, which is great, and I think I didn't realize that was the direction that I wanted to go till after Drag Race, and then meeting all these producers and stuff. It's amazing. It really, again, it's New York. I think New York does this to people. It brought out a completely different person in me, and I guess it's brought out the real me, if that makes sense. So, but slowly but surely, things will come out. So, which I'm excited to share.
Yeah, that's exciting. Are you doing any TV shows, movies?
There's 2 that I already filmed. And these are just minor roles, but there's a big one in the works right now, which my fingers are crossed for, and I'm just praying every day for that one. So we'll see. But it's been really, I haven't had any like acting experience, so to go into these auditions and then people are blown away, or I get these callbacks and I'm just amazed and happy and surprised. Like I'm just so grateful that I get to be able to do these things.
Well, you're so grateful, I'm assuming, about what's happened already, but is there anything from your past and your past drag career that, whether it's how you said you didn't mind how you were portrayed on RuPaul's Drag Race, but was there anything else from your drag past that maybe you regret, or something that if you could change, you would?
No. No. I've always said, like, I don't live in regret. You do things, and if it doesn't work out, then you treat it as a learning lesson, and then you build, from there. And so everything I've done, I'm happy that I did it, and I wouldn't change anything, because I think all those things build up to who you are today. And so,
well, what would you say you've learned from the experiences you've had?
After Drag Race or prior to Drag Race?
Both. From drag and Drag Race.
Well, I think Drag Race has actually changed my perception on everything. Like, I know now that I have a thicker skin, and it's not about pleasing others; it's about pleasing yourself first. And the real people that want to be around you and deserve to be around you are the people that support you for being true to yourself. And I think now people are seeing that this is the real me, and this is who I am, and I've had so many more followers for that. And life is too short to be upset or get angry or take things too seriously, and I'm just having fun. So,
well, do you feel that the way you were edited on RuPaul's Drag Race made you feel that you had to work harder to kind of redeem yourself to the fans?
Well, there's still promoters to this day that are like, I don't want to book her because she's I don't like, she's probably gonna go off on us or something. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, trust me, there's way worse girls than me from the show that are actual divas, and I'm totally not like that. And for after the show, it took a while. It took from me doing all these other shows and people reblogging stuff and writing these posts and messages and tweeting about like how friendly I actually am or how I did put on a good show or how professional I was. Then people started changing, and it wasn't that I was working super hard. I was just being me, and I wanted people to actually see who I really am. And I mean, luckily it's starting to change, but there's still a few out there that are like, I think she's mean. Whatever.
Yeah. Well, we're out of time right now for the one-on-one interview.
Okay.
So I want to just say to the fans who are watching right there, if you have any questions, in about 10 minutes we're going to be doing a fan-submitted Q&A for Phi Phi. So send your questions now to Dragaholic News on Twitter. We've got a lot of questions that have come in, so we'll try to get to them all. But right now I'm actually going to pass it on over to Deborah, who's going to be doing a lightning round with Phi Phi. And what that is, she's going to be taking it and she's going to be asking Phi Phi his favorite of everything. He's going to be doing a this or that game and then a one-word answer. So if you're familiar with the show and you watched the previous episode with Nina West, you'll know how it works. But if not, then stay tuned and it's a lot of fun. Let me get Deb's mic on board. Deborah, can you go ahead and unmute your microphone for me?
Excuse me.
Let's see. Are you there?
Here I am.
Uh-oh.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Can you see me?
I can see you.
I can see me. I couldn't see you the whole time.
Can you
I
see
was
me
watching
now?
on my laptop, so I was the 30 seconds behind.
Okay, so go ahead and take over.
Okay, lightning round.
Yep.
Hi, Phi Phi, Jeremy.
Hi. Oh, I like that. Phi Phi
Hi.
Jeremy. That should be my new drag name.
Well, it's because I always call you Jeremy, but Phi Phi. All right, so your favorites.
Deborah,
Can I
Awesome.
press what?
We sound like we're in Jiggly's butthole. You keep echoing.
Okay.
I don't know why.
All right, we're good. Go ahead.
Okay. Who's your favorite actor or actress?
Actor, Denzel Washington. Actress is Angelina Jolie.
Who's your favorite musician, band, singer?
Ooh, I love Brian McKnight. Yeah, Brian McKnight.
Who is your favorite drag queen?
Ooh. Myself. No, I'm just kidding.
Of course. Who's your? You want to answer?
My favorite drag queen is probably my drag mom, Aisha.
Aw.
Yeah.
Here's your favorite author. I know you like the comic books and.
Oh, if that counts, then
Sure.
I don't know. I don't really. I'll be honest. I'm not a big book reader.
Well,
Although I am
Alright.
starting the Maze Runner right now. That whole book.
oh yeah.
sound.
Favorite designer.
I would say the blondes, but they've never invited me to their shows, and I can make all their stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and say I love Balmain. That's my obsession
You like
right now.
You like the vintage clothes.
Well, I like vintage shopping for me, but as far as just their aesthetics, I love Balmain. I love like the intricate detail and stuff of his work. So yeah.
Okay, who's your favorite wig maker or wig brand?
Oh, they said weed maker. I was like, I don't smoke weed. My favorite wig would be. Oh, I don't have a favorite wig. Whoever makes it cheap and I don't know, like not part of city. Yeah, no. Whoever's in Brooklyn that has a sale on wigs is my favorite wig maker.
All right. What's your favorite color?
Turquoise.
Okay, cute. All right. What's your favorite food?
Oh man, you can't do that. I can do a type of thing. I like food. I don't know.
Favorite cuisine?
Mexican.
Mexican. Okay.
Yeah.
And what's your what's your favorite song? Bitchy.
Ooh. Right, my single, buy it on iTunes right now. I know my favorite song changes all the
Oh, did
time.
something pop up on my screen? Okay. What's your favorite song to perform to?
Oh, I don't
Or
have a
one of your
go-to.
favorites?
I don't have a go-to song. I don't.
Well, just name one you like.
I don't.
What's the last song you performed to?
It was a mix. So there was like 40 songs in there. It wasn't. I've been doing Ariana Grande because she's been making me a lot of money. So I guess I could say her. I don't know.
There you go. All right. What's your favorite animal?
Oh, White Tiger.
White tiger.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's your best friend?
Jiggly Caliente.
And what's your favorite city in the U.S.?
I'm gonna have to say New York. It's the first place I
Yay.
feel at home, and I love New York.
Yeah. And your favorite alcoholic drink?
I love Loopy by Three Olives.
Loopy. What's Loopy?
It tastes like Fruit Loops.
What is that?
It's a
Is
vodka.
it a liqueur or?
It's
Oh,
vodka.
okay. What's your favorite non-alcoholic drink?
I drink a lot of coffee.
Yes, from Starbucks.
Yeah. Yes. Always at Starbucks.
With the wrong name on the cup.
They have new people at the Starbucks by my house that have been spelling my name correctly, so I'm happy.
Well, see, there you go. You got them trained.
Yeah.
So,
and when I'm in New York, I'm literally there every day, so they know me now.
And you didn't go in and you don't go in with a Sharpie and like pre-write your name on the cup for them.
No, but two of them are fans. Two of them are fans of the show, so they know who I am when I walk in, so they already have it ready, and I'm like, okay, but it's sweet.
Do you drink the same drink every time at Starbucks?
No, I don't. I switch it up.
You don't. Or so what do you drink at Starbucks? Just coffee or a latte or?
I usually drink just regular coffee. I mean, if I get a latte or something, then it's non-fat with soy and sugar-free. So.
All right. Here's a good one. What's your favorite kind of pizza?
Ooh, sausage.
Sausage, because I thought you don't eat pizza.
I don't, but if I do, my boyfriend eats pizza. No. When you were with me, I don't eat pizza. I didn't want to eat pizza and drag. Like, I want to make love to that pizza if I'm going to eat pizza, so.
you want to go in like Shangela.
I need to be in private when I eat that thing.
Well, you and I had Thai food together, and you pretty much enjoyed that too. So.
Yeah, I like food.
Yeah, food is good. What's your favorite TV show?
Oh, I'm obsessed with anything Gordon Ramsay. So right now I'm watching Master Chef, but I don't cook really well, but I would love to be on that show just so he could yell at me. I'm a big fan of Gordon Ramsay. Yeah.
Did you ever see when he had the Master Chef with the kids? Master Chef.
Actually,
Junior?
I caught up on Hulu with it right now, but Master Chef Junior is actually my favorite because I feel like those kids don't care, and so they're more open to try anything, and so I feel like some of their dishes are for the adults. So yeah.
Oh my God, they were amazing. They put me to shame. Like,
yeah. I'm great with Easy Mac.
Oh, Easy Mac. You don't cook?
I cook if I want to, I can cook.
Does Michael cook?
Michael cooks. But it's not like I mean, he tries.
Okay. Who's your favorite superhero?
Oh, it would be Phoenix. Well, maybe she's a villain. She's a superhero.
Phoenix from season 3?
No, not at all. I mean, no, that sounded bad. No, I mean, I like Phoenix. I meant Phoenix, the X-Men character.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's where I got my drag name from too.
Yes. Okay. And I think I meant. So, Tim, am I supposed to go into the this or that's now? All right, this or that. Ugh. I didn't write these. Top or bottom?
I don't answer that question.
That's fine. I'm fine with not hearing the answer. Ham or turkey sandwich?
Ham.
Okay, cherry, grape, or orange ice pop?
Soda? Coke?
I don't know. Where are these
No, like
came from?
popsicle.
Soda.
Oh, popsicle. Grape.
Grape. Okay, one that I'm skipping. New York or Los Angeles?
Oh, definitely New York.
Okay, yes, me too. Okay.
Well, I mean, I love
Adore,
LA, but I love here. Oh, okay. What's this question?
Adore, Bianca, or Courtney?
Oh, I love Adora and Bianca. Oh, fuck. This is. That's rude. Oh my god, I don't want to answer this. Bianca. Oh god.
Okay.
No,
She's got to win
I don't
everything.
know. I don't know.
Well,
I don't
didn't
know.
you beat her?
Who? Did I beat who? I did
Didn't
beat
you
her
just beat her
for #1 drag performer in New York. Haha, Bianca! Finally, I won something.
There you go. That was the what's that magazine called? Odyssey Magazine
Odyssey.
Awards.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so now we're looking for a one word response from you
Okay.
to whatever I say.
Okay.
First thing is RuPaul.
Paycheck.
Virginia West.
Virginia West.
You can skip that. That's an Ohio one. No,
Pass. All right. Here's another one.
I feel bad
Bianca
about
Del
that.
Rio.
Clown.
Barack Obama.
I don't know. That's all that came to mind.
Are we skipping that one too? All right, United States government.
Oh, I don't know. One word? I can't think of one word.
Okay.
Help.
All right, next. Sex on the beach.
Drink.
Good. Miley Cyrus.
Ooh, love.
Kim Kardashian.
Skank.
Lady Gaga.
Monster.
Cher.
Chad Michaels.
That's two, but we'll take it. Madonna.
Has been. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm gonna get so many old gays mad. I'm gonna get so many. I don't know.
British. Almost British. Britney Spears.
Is that a fake British?
Pseudo British. Britney Spears.
Queen.
Midterm elections.
These.
I don't know.
I don't. Next.
You're not a very
How about Coco Montrese?
mental one,
Coco
right?
Montrese.
I don't get involved in politics. A, because I don't like to follow it, because if I say something and I'm not educated on it, then unless I'm stupid, so I don't.
That's fine. Coco Montrese.
I worry. I don't know. Cheeto.
The Walking Dead.
I was gonna say filter, but I don't want to be rude. Walking Dead. Sharon Needles. I guess that's two.
Courtney Act.
Who? I'm just kidding. I'll spell you, and I don't know. I'm totally kidding.
Orange is the New Black.
Laverne? I don't know.
Dragaholic.
You guys put me on a spot, so I gotta pick like a great one for this one. Amazing.
Got one or no?
I answered it.
All right, Zac Efron.
Tired. Well,
Um, men with tattoos.
Sexy.
Yeah. All right.
Uh,
Well,
how about
thank you,
high heels?
Deborah. So we're
Oh, that's
gonna,
it?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And unless you had any specific questions you wanted to ask.
Nope. No politics.
Um, yeah. Who do you think's gonna win in the midterm elections in the state of Ohio
Me.
in 2016? No, but I want to thank you, and I do want to say that both independently of each other, Fifi and Sharon both sat there and told me how much they really liked each other. And so, if
See, I
anybody
told
thinks,
you.
yes, Sharon told me she spent 5 or 10 minutes at the beginning of an interview just talking about how much she admired you and your costumes and how great your drag is. And so,
Good.
also, I want to
Aw.
tell everybody who hasn't had the privilege of seeing that. I'm going to probably pronounce it wrong, but is it Rita Repulsa?
Yeah.
Fifi brought out the Rita at the Halloween show in New York, and that thing, if you think it looks great on the internet, it in person, I almost stopped breathing and passed out. But I was so
Oh,
close to the front
yay.
of the stage, almost so close to the front of the stage that Fifi came over and kicked a drink on me and revived me.
Sorry.
But it's a
It's a
really
splash zone
killer,
at my
killer.
show.
All right. Well, we've got a
It
lot
was a
of.
killer. It's a
Sorry to
killer
cut you
one.
off,
All
but we
right,
got
bye.
a lot of fan
Bye.
questions that I gotta get to.
Bye.
So we have a lot, Fifi. So I'm gonna start with a couple that I think are quite interesting that came from Reddit. And
Okay.
the first one, of course.
Reddit makes me really nervous because I read what people say on Reddit and some of them are really, really mean. So it makes me nervous. But let's do it.
Well, don't feel bad. They're mean to everyone. It's not just you. They love.
But it's so sad. Like I feel like it's like a breeding ground to be mean to people. I just think it's kind of upsetting.
Well, we should stop talking about them before they talk about us on Reddit.
I'm sure they're going to. Oh well, keep going.
All right. So the one question that I think is very funny because I saw you in drag in San Jose, California, and you came out wearing a blonde wig. So the question is, how often do you wear blonde wigs, and is it never?
um, how often do I wear blonde wigs? Not very often. I really don't wear blonde often. If I wear blonde, it's because of a character, but I hate blonde. Hate blonde on drag queens because I think it looks just so fake. And unless the character specifically asks for it, I rarely wear blonde. So.
Okay, good. Another question that is really interesting that I think would be interesting is, what is your relationship like with Willem now?
Willem and I are friends. It's the same. All of us are friends. That's what I don't understand. Like, people think so much that we hate each other, and we don't. And actually, I'm getting ready to sew stuff for Willem for a photo shoot. And I'm excited for it. Willem is really creative, and I think on the show it was just like I saw that and I saw his competition. I just wanted her gone. But we're all friends. Yeah.
Good. All right, so we have a lot of great questions that also came in on Twitter. If you guys are sending them to us now, I'm sorry. We have too many to take anymore. But the one that I want to really am interested in knowing is Amanda Long asked, what are your next cosplay ideas?
Well, actually, I didn't realize this cosplay thing was going to, be such a big hit, which I'm excited because I'm a big nerd and this is like heaven to me. But I'm gonna do Phoenix from the X-Men. Rogue is coming. Tank Girl is coming. I've had a few people ask me to do some Final Fantasy and World of Warcraft characters, so those are coming. It's just right now I've put everything aside because of this Drag Race cruise. I have so much going on for it, so I haven't had time to like do those. But
awesome.
They're coming.
Awesome. Yeah, I can. All of the photos that we've shared for Dragaholic, every time we share those, you get upvoted, and they've just been so amazing. So I have to compliment you over and over on those because I can't believe you made all of those yourself.
I do. I don't like. I get more pleasure out of saying I did it myself, if that makes sense, than saying like I went to the store. But but that's just me personally, and I like it because then it challenges me to. I always like challenging myself to do something, so it's fun.
Definitely. All right. A good question I had from X Italiana X on Twitter. She wants to know. Moms usually know best. What's the best and the worst piece of advice you've gotten from Asia, your drag mom?
Okay, you want to be completely honest with you. Asia has never given me drag advice. Asia has really. I remember the first time when she asked me to be her daughter, she just gave me a box of costumes, so that way I had newer costumes to perform in. But we've never talked about drag. She's let me be who I am and let me do what I do. So.
Okay. She's kind of a pageant queen as well, right? In the Texas scene?
She's a big pageant queen, yeah.
That's what I thought. Okay. Well, another cosplay question. This comes from Kitten Corals, I want to say, on Twitter.
Yeah.
They want to know.
That's Courtney. I know Courtney. I know that girl. Yep. She's adorable.
She sent a lot of questions, so.
Okay.
I'll try and ask two, since you know her. So, out of all the cosplays you've done, which one has been your favorite?
Most definitely Rita. It's I've been wanting to do Rita Repulsa forever, and we had a show in New York, and the theme was childhood memories, and that was the first thing that came to mind. Was like she was a huge part, and you know that goes back to villains on TV. Like she was an ultimate villain. That's like. She sucked and never won, but I wanted to be her, so I was excited.
Well, I want to say the actress that played Rita Repulsa in the original Power Rangers came back in a later season as another villain. The same actress.
She was nice in the later ones, yeah.
Yeah.
And
that's totally our generation, I think.
So she's kind of like me. Like I was mean on TV, and
You were reborn. All right. I don't know how to say this Twitter handle, so I'm just going to say their name, and it's Nicolette Boykin. Oh, already got to that. Next. Miss Roy Lady wants to know, how did you come up with the idea for your song Bitchy?
Bitchy was basically written because, and the song basically says you can call me this, that, and the other, and I don't give a damn. And so it was really based off of everybody's response from the show and how they perceived how I am and all the crap that was said to me. And I just wanted to say, you know what, call me whatever you want, but I'm living life while you're watching, basically. So, and I think that was something that people could relate to, and that's what I wanted. Everybody's been told that they couldn't do something, or someone said, like, they'll never be something, or, you know. And so I wanted something that people could listen to and be like, yeah, I've been there, I get it, I understand what she's talking about.
Yeah, definitely. And none of that's auto-tuned, right?
I mean, everybody has auto-tune, but it's not like some of the computer drag songs I hear. But
Phi Phi can sing. She's sung live.
I do like to sing. Actually, I've been singing live more in my shows, which I'm excited that people want to hear it. So
yay! All right, here's a good one. This came from CamK925 on Twitter, and he wants to know what has been your biggest wardrobe malfunction while performing, and how did you recover?
Have I had any bad wardrobe malfunctions on stage? You know, actually, just recently, I have any bad ones, but just recently I made a new costume and I had to do a really quick change on stage. And I was performing the side of my dress. I still had my dress up so you couldn't see anything, but all of a sudden my boob went all the way down to like my abdomen. So I had like one boob in my stomach and then like one boob like in my. It was horrible, and I knew it was happening, but you don't want to fix it on stage. You just got to keep going. But I guess that was my biggest. Deborah's seen my Rita costume in person, and it's really big.
Yes.
And at Industry, the club that I work at in New York, the side stage is so small that I did get stuck in the wing once with my Rita costume, and I was like, "Get me out!" But
you should have used that stick thing to pry yourself out.
No, I could. No, it barely fits a human being in that. I don't know how.
All right, so. This is a really good question about the future from Tato Man XP on Twitter, and he wants to know where do you see yourself as Jeremy and Phi Phi in 10 years?
I don't really see Phi Phi in 10 years, to be honest with you. I mean, if she's around, great, cool. But I don't see. I want to move, not on, but like I want to do other stuff. Like I said, I'd rather just focus on Jeremy. I think too many people do drag and they lose sight of who they really are. And before there was the drag persona, there was the boy persona. So I want to do more as Jeremy and act as Jeremy and music as Jeremy and design clothes as Jeremy. So we'll see.
So wait, so I think you just said you're designing clothes. You have a clothing line in the works.
I do. It'll be out by Christmas, so that way people so I can make money for Christmas. So people can order stuff and do all that. So it'll be out next month, which I'm excited for.
Awesome. And where can they buy that? Just so we know.
I'm gonna have links. There's gonna be a website for it. It's called Pretty Ugly Clothing, and there'll be a link and everything on all my social medias for it. And it's really cool because it's gonna be basically you get to pick your design. So there's gonna be a bunch of different prints, and then you get to pick what article of clothing you want out of the print. And I think it's cool. So they get to basically custom make what they want.
Okay. Now, the prints, are they Drag Race related or no?
No, please. RuPaul would never give me the the approval for that. I'd have to give RuPaul a check.
Right. All right. Well, speaking of RuPaul, drag queens _ on Twitter wants to know, who is your favorite judge besides Ru, Michelle or Santino?
Michelle. I mean, what? That's the easy question. I love Santino though. I think Santino is like, because in person, he doesn't realize what he says is sometimes rude, which I find funny because he doesn't mean it that way. But I've worked so much with Michelle, and we text, every now and then, and it's just like your mother. Like she's super super sweet and loving.
Well, you're on tour with her next year, right? And you were on tour before the title of the season.
Yeah, we're pineapple buddies. We always get fruit trays in the back, and her and I would steal all of them because those queens are pigs and they'll steal everything from you. So we have to get them first.
Okay, so we have let's see, Bodie Biles. RuPaul's Drag Race addict _addict wants to know, was there anything else you wanted to be besides a drag queen?
Well, I was an optician before Drag Race. So I loved working in like the optical field, but before that, there was two things. In school, I wanted to be a lawyer. Because I do like to argue and I don't like to lose. And then I did a little bit of graphic and web design, so like when you myself that did that. But yeah, I guess drag queen was more exciting and pays more. So.
All right, let's see. So we've still got a lot going on here. Let's see. Here we go. What's your daily routine like? Weekdays, and that comes from RuPaul's Drag Race addict.
Well, I usually go to bed around like 6 a.m. because I work at night, so it's like my schedule's backwards, so I don't wake up till like 1 or 2 anyways, which is why I'm always posting at night because that's when I'm up. But I literally get up and go get coffee, and I'm typically shopping. If I'm in New York, I'm always shopping. So I'm always looking for a shopping buddy because Jiggly's too lazy to get up and go with me to places. So I need a shopping friend in New York. So if anybody wants,
well, next time I'm there, I'll call you.
All right, I'll expect that.
Yeah, all right, here's a good one, and it's a little controversial, I guess. Well, sort of. A little NSFW, excuse me. And it comes from Bodie Biles, and he wants to know, since we're talking about favorites, what's your favorite porn?
I with my I don't know. It was like I don't need to watch that because I have a boyfriend here that I can do my own stuff with.
You never watch porn?
No, I don't actually. I have a boyfriend. I don't need to. I get my own fantasies on right here.
All right. Let's see. We have, if you could go back in time and relive a memory, what would it be? and that comes from Bianca is my queen.
Oh, no, Phi Phi is my queen. Let's see. Favorite pastime?
Standing.
A memory you can go back and relive.
A memory I could go back and relive. I mean, saying Drag Race would be cheesy. I don't know.
I think it was your day in New York with Dragaholic Deb.
No, absolutely not. Actually, I'm trying to think of one. I don't know. Maybe mine and my. It's gonna be really cheesy, and he's right here. So I want to say mine and my boyfriend's first date. Maybe because he messed up a lot, so I'd like to see if he would change the way he did things. Like he stood me up. He called a seal a whale. He thought there was legit a whale on the beach. He got lost for 2 hours because he wanted to impress me in LA, and it just didn't happen. But I'd like to see what happens if we redid that.
Well, it sounds memorable.
Oh, it's definitely memorable. I should have known then what I was getting myself into, but it's been worth it.
Well, we're just out of time, so I want to ask 2 more questions, if that's okay.
Yeah, ask away. I don't care.
All right, this one's good, and I think you'll enjoy it.
Okay.
And it comes from the Great Cornholio on Twitter, and he wants to know, why is Jiggly's butthole echoey?
That's because Jiggly is a big fat slut, and she is a big bottom. So we probably could have shot Drag Race in the cavity of her butthole. So. I'm just kidding. I love you.
Is the bottom.
Yeah, that's who that song was written about.
All right, and the last question is going to come from Danny Brown, drag_race_love, and he wants to know, or she wants to know, what is your weirdest encounter you've ever had with a fan?
Well, I have 2. I have one that was a super fan, and I have one that just actually hated me, which is not my fan. He was a Sharon fan. And the one that really liked me wanted to meet me, and they didn't want to buy tickets to the meet and greet at the show, and so they ended up asking one of the people that worked at the club where I was staying and what hotel. And so I don't know why the promoter told them, but they told them, and they told them what room number and everything. I heard a knock, and someone was at my door, and I don't answer the door unless I know who it is, and they were writing me messages and sending me money under my door, so I would come out to meet them, and I was like, this is like creepy. Like, I don't want to. I mean, I took the money, of course, but but I was like, why are you writing me these? So that one was pretty creepy, and then security had to come and get him out. But the other one was a Sharon fan that was just me. You know what makes me laugh about? Not all Sharon fans, so don't get all crazy, but there's a lot of Sharon fans that remind me of a lot of Gaga fans, where they're they don't like people bullying or this, that, and the other, and some of them are like the meanest bullies. I don't get it. It's ridiculous. And on the show, Sharon preached not to be that way. But I had one of her fans come to my show and say, because I made a joke that like Phi Phi is I like Phi Phi because it reminds me of like a bitchy Pomeranian. And they brought a bunch of dog food to give me as a gift and like threw it, and I was like, wow, like you're a pretty pathetic person, like to think that was cool. So
well, that's unfortunate.
So it's unfortunate for them that they feel like that's okay and cool for them to do. Like, I feel bad for them that they find that acceptable.
Well, so that we're not ending it on a bad note, is there any maybe words of inspiration you have for everybody who's watching that you want to?
You know, to be honest with you, it's just what I've lived by. You know, it's just be who you want to be. Like, screw what everybody else thinks. And I've said this a bazillion times. Don't live life to impress others. Live life to impress yourself. And the people that really, truly deserve to be around you are those people that actually will support you, and no matter what you do. And if you make a mistake, they'll be there to, you know, either support you and help you pick yourself back up, or, you know, help you grow from it. So I just think there's too much negativity in the world, and you should just get rid of that and focus on just the positive things. So.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us today.
No, thank you, and thank you to all the fans. I love you all.
Yeah, we had a lot of people tuning in, and I'm sure you'll see all the questions that they sent on Twitter. So,
When's your music coming out again?
I don't know. Like I said before, like earlier, I still have one Phi Phi single that I don't know if I probably will just give it out as a Christmas present or something. But like my new stuff I'm still working on. I haven't had time to be in this. Luckily, I've been on the road all the time, so I haven't been able to go into the studio. So, but what I am excited about is I am working on a special single in Philadelphia and Corey from America's Next Top Model and Jonathan from Philly, and we're doing a single that will be out in January, which I'm excited about. So, which is kind of like leading into just my Jeremy music. So, January for sure.
Yay.
Is there going to be a music video with it?
That one there will be. The drag one, the Phi Phi one, I don't believe so. I think I'm just going to do a lyric video, so that way people love a visual. So
Right.
there will be something easy with that one.
All right. Well, just to recap, where can everyone follow you?
Everything is at Phi Phi O'Hara, so follow me. I like followers.
There's only one Phi Phi O'Hara in the world. Can't be replicated. All right. And for everybody who's watching, don't forget, follow Dragaholic News on Twitter and like us everywhere.
And Dragaholic Deb.
So much fun. All right. Thank you, Phi Phi. We'll be in touch soon.
Alrighty. Thank you, guys. Bye.
And just a heads up for everybody who is watching, in 2 weeks we will be doing our next episode of Ask Me Anything Live, and we will be bringing you a hometown girl, and that's, oh my God, I just blanked. That is Pollo Del Mar from San Francisco. So, all right, thank you. Bye.
Have fun on the cruise, Phi Phi.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
All right, thank you. It's off air. So.
Okay.
Oh, he hung up.
He did?
Yeah.
Oh, I had no video the whole time. I was watching on my computer.
Well, that went well. Sorry.
Yeah, that went well.
I told you the problem was with why Virginia West was in there is because that was the ones that I told you I used for Nina West.
Oh, I think I had the audio off when you were explaining that. I figured that out eventually. So then I just figured I would improvise a little. But it was hard because I couldn't see him, so it was hard to interact with him.
Uh-huh.
So like when he was like, I don't know, I couldn't see what his face was doing. So I don't know. I had the video and then I shut the camera off because I had to move my power strip so I could plug in because I wasn't charging. And then when I turned it back on, I never got the picture back, and I was afraid to like disconnect or anything. So, but I think it went pretty well.
Well,
I was watching on my laptop, but I was behind a little bit. Also, your Tim W. You have